Hi, welcome to the video, and today we are talking about ARK's new price target for Tesla in 2025. This was just released on March 19th, and this report is written by Tasha Keeney, one of their analysts. If you're a Tesla bear, this is probably going to surprise you. If you're a Tesla bull, it's just going to reconfirm some of your previous convictions. But without further ado, let's dive in. So last year, ARK estimated that in 2024, Tesla share price would hit $7,000 per share or $1,400 adjusted because they had a 5-for-1 stock split. But based on their updated research, we now estimate that it could approach $3,000 in 2025. This is over double their previous estimate. Granted, the year has also been pushed back by 1 year. Now, they came to this forecast using the Monte Carlo method with 34 inputs, the high and low forecasts incorporating 40,000 possible simulations. Before we go over into the actual numbers, let's watch a quick video on what actually the Monte Carlo method is. And this is why I love ARK Invest, because even if you don't agree with their analysis, they give you all of the information you need to make your own analysis. Even later on in this paper, they actually give you the links that you can download in Excel, and you could adjust the numbers yourself and model it yourself. ARK is really transparent, and this is why I love them, because even if you don't agree, you can learn so much. What is the Monte Carlo simulation? In summary, it's a type of simulation that takes into account a lot of uncertainty. So instead of taking a bunch of averages, they will give you a range. But let's watch this video. It's very quick, just 1 minute and 28 seconds.
A Monte Carlo simulation is a method of probability analysis done by running a number of variables through a model in order to determine the different outcomes. By using Monte Carlo simulations, decision makers are able to determine the range of possibilities and their probability of occurrence for any choice of actions. The Monte Carlo simulation is named for the city of Monte Carlo, which is known for its beautiful casinos. The reference to casinos is appropriate, since Monte Carlo simulations use randomness, much like the slot machines, dice, and roulette wheels in a casino. A Monte Carlo simulation works by constructing a mathematical model of the decision under consideration. Then the simulation is run for any uncertain aspects of that model. Different random variables are put into these uncertain parts of the model until there are enough outcomes to plot on a probability distribution curve. This is usually done on computers because the Monte Carlo simulation can be run tens of thousands of times in order to cover all possible outcomes. Based on the shape of the probability distribution curve created by the Monte Carlo simulation, decision makers will know where their ultimate decision falls within the various probabilities. They then make their decision based on the risk they are willing to take to get the outcome they want or need.
This is from Investopedia, and they go a lot more in depth. Back to the ARK Invest article. So the $3,000 is their expected value. They give this roughly a 50% chance of happening. And then in their bear case, it's $1,500. They believe there's a 25% chance that Tesla could be worth $1,500 or less by 2025. And their bull case is $4,000. There's also a 25% chance that Tesla could be worth $4,000 per share or more in 2025. So even though $3,000 is their most likely value, 25% chance of either of the bear or bull case happening is still a very substantial number. There's a very high probability that Tesla could be under their bear case or over their bull case, but ultimately that's why we have this expected value range. So if you had to bet, it's very likely that it's going to fall within this range of $1,500 to $4,000, resting about $3,000. And this is a super crazy number because remember, $3,000, this is post-adjusted. So this means before we did the 5-to-1 split, this would mean each Tesla share, had you bought it in the very beginning and it never split, would be worth $15,000 by 2025. That's insane. Here are some of the estimated values in their bull and bear sample cases. This column is 2020, this is the bear case, and this is the bull case. This year, we sold 500,000 cars the average selling price of $50,000. In their bear case, they think they could sell 5 million cars with the average selling price of $45,000. And in their bull case, twice that amount. So 10 million cars, about $36,000 per car. So in their bull case, why are the cars being sold for cheaper? Because they want to sell it for cheaper. And if they could sell it for cheaper, that's the way in which they would be able to sell more cars, because it'd be more affordable to the general public. Here we have revenue. This is also something maybe not everyone knows, but they are going into the insurance business. They are selling insurance right now just in California, but with information they've collected from their cars, they are able to offer this proprietary service. Right now, it's not global or even across the US yet, but eventually we believe that they are going to push this business a lot more. Again, we have bear and bull cases. Here we have their ride-hailing network. In their bear case, this is all human-driven. So humans will be the ones, taxiing around people. But in their bull case, 0 of these cars will be driven by humans. And here in this next row, this is why, because they actually believe in autonomous ride-hailing revenue. And in their bear case, this is 0. So no cars are automated at this point in their bear case. This bear case, I think, is very, very probable. It's very easy to be hit, because I think this autonomous ride-hailing revenue is potentially one of their biggest sources of revenue. And in this worst case situation, there's 0 revenue from it. And in their bull case, we have $327 billion of revenue. Here we have their market cap, and the market cap is actually really easy to calculate. It's literally just their share price times $1 billion. And also, EV, enterprise value over EBITDA, is also a very valuable metric to look at. Enterprise value is just the value of their company over EBITDA is their earnings or cash flow. And right now, this is a number that a lot of people use to say this is why Tesla is overvalued, because 162 EV over EBITDA is quite high. But then in their bear case, it becomes 14, and bull case is 18, which is low. And then lower the number, the better. So if they can get to this number, the balance sheet just looks a lot better. So here, this chart explains how the probability of their estimates works. Expected value is right at about the 50% likelihood. And then as you go to the edges of the bear case, closer to 0 or over $4,000, these situations become less likely to happen. So it's very, very likely that the price is going to be between $1,500 and $4,000, like I said. So a little bit more on insurance. ARK estimates that Tesla could achieve better than average margins on insurance thanks to the highly detailed driving data it collects from customer vehicles. Partnering with underwriters, Tesla introduced its insurance product in August. Currently is only available in California. ARK believes that in the next few years, Tesla could roll out its insurance offerings to more states, underwriting its own insurance policies. Because its vehicles have better than average safety profiles, Tesla should be able to use real-time data to offer insurance in its vehicles, pricing it dynamically, lowering customer acquisition costs and increasing margins. Because Tesla has data streaming to them constantly, they're saying they could be adjusting your insurance rates, not even by the month, but like every minute, depending on where you are, how safe you are, what the conditions are. It can adjust the pricing that all of these other older cars just don't have the capability for, because they don't have access to this real-time data. Human-driven ride-hailing. This is just a ride-hailing service that would compete with Uber or Lyft. This would help boost their profits and help them transition to more autonomous ride-hailing. But let's look a little bit more into ride-hailing. So in their last valuation model, ARK assumed that Tesla had a 30% chance of delivering fully autonomous driving in the 5 years ended in 2024. Now, ARK estimates that the probability is 50% by 2025. That's a huge, huge increase, 1 in 3 chance to essentially 1 in 2 chance now. So ARK has seen how the neural network is evolving. We've seen the cars on the road that are getting smarter and able to have more autonomy in each ride. ARK estimates that Tesla's vehicles fleet gives it access to 30 to 40 million miles of data per day, up from 20 million last year. This is one of the biggest advantage Tesla has, totally independent of how their cars are manufactured. It's just this pure amount of real world data that all the other companies cannot compete with. Personally, regarding autonomous driving, I've always been super bullish on the idea. Watching a lot of these ride-hailing videos, there does need to be a lot of interventions, especially in city driving far. And not just that, I think we need to think about local regulations and what fully autonomous actually means, because there's an idea that everyone has when they think fully autonomous, but that might differ from what the government ultimately deems as fully autonomous. There's just too many edge cases right now. Even though a car could probably get from end to end in 99.9% of situations, once we get to that point, that'd be amazing. According to the local laws or government, that could still not be fully autonomous yet. So we need to be a little bit more careful, and I'm a little bit more conservative than I was a year ago, because I believe the technology is 100% there and it's going to happen. But now it's a matter of laws and really finessing the final 1-2% of what makes a car truly autonomous. And that's basically all I want to talk about. I'm going to link this full article in the description box below, so check that out. I'm also going to be linking this site. This is their GitHub, where they actually share the files where you can model it yourself. So I actually downloaded this, and here we have an Excel sheet. You have the full Monte Carlo valuations where you can actually edit the numbers. You can see the key drivers, their assumptions, margin assumptions. You can see all of the different simulations they ran. I mean, this is really, really amazing. I'm gonna spend some time digging more into this. But yeah, this is adjustable by you. So if you think they did something wrong, go and change it yourself. Show me another company that's giving out this information completely for free, being this transparent. And not just this transparent, but having these articles that are understandable for the general public, but also giving somebody that wants to access to deeper resources, such as their GitHub and their actual evaluation models, to do and test your own theories. I think it's awesome, and that's mainly the reason why I like ARC so much, not just because they make good picks, but because they're helping us educate ourselves. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps me out tremendously. This is Green Knight Trading, where Squires become knights. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon.